Hello. Welcome to the first episode of Breaking Waves. My name is Devon Taylor, aka Daddy Disco. Sitting across from me, I have Dan the Music Man. Mr. Hess, how you doing?
Hi, Daddy.
Hey, boo.
I'm freaking great.
Yeah.
Feeling a little loose, feeling a little goose.
Yes. So, what is Breaking Waves? No, it's not a show about surfing, actually. This is a show. We'll be talking music and the life of being an artist, whatever that means. Sometimes it'll be just the two of us. We'll be chit-chatting just, music stories, randomness. We'll review some albums. We'll rank some stuff.
We're just talking shop, things that have come out, things we like. We'll do some ranking shows. Everyone loves a ranking show. You know what I mean? We'll get a little, with some musical notes in there too. It'll be fun, I think.
Yeah, and then, or we will also have a guest on the show. It'll be an artist who is making waves in the creative world, if you will.
I love the puns. They never end.
We gotta get them out. It's either we gotta get them all out this episode,
because no one's gonna want to hear this again.
Or no, we just gotta keep them coming fast and
30
furious.
seconds and I'm already over it.
No, I'm not over it. But yeah, so that's what this show's gonna be like. We're just gonna be hanging out. We're hanging out. We want on this channel to create some sort of communicative experience, something where it's just like you're hanging out with us, So we'll be talking about what we're doing here at BetaWave, some of the projects we're doing, but also just like, we want to get to know these artists, and like what's driving them, like what's driving us, but what's driving them too.
I mean, I think that's always what's interested me the most about being a musician, about creating the music and all that stuff is how does it work? Who's turning the clocks back there in the back of the brain? You know what I mean? And I love that kind of stuff and getting to know those people.
Yeah, like the process and each personal process as well,
It's inspiring for people. And at the end of the day, I think that we all could use a little inspo.
Yeah, that's what I use I justify my scrolling on my phone as I tell people I'm looking for inspiration. That's what, and I do mean that. Like,
and maybe a couple butts come into the scroll as well. But whoops, sorry.
Yeah. Who's complaining there, though?
Nobody.
So. But let's introduce ourselves real quick. Dan, who are you? What do you do in this world?
Music Man Dan over here, or just Dan, aka what am I doing here? Aka the other guy, white guy called in sick. You know what I mean? So I'm here, a token guy over here. No, I do. I work in the film industry, so I do like location scouting, second ADing, a wannabe writer. So I guess I could say I could do some of that.
Yeah.
I've dabbled here and dabbled there. And at the end of the day, I kind of want to do this with you and with BetaWave because gift of gab. I love talking about music. I love talking artists. And I love hanging out with my best buds. So why the heck not at this point?
And you're really good about just bringing conversation out people that maybe they wouldn't have stumbled onto themselves.
I think they're just scared. What is this person going to do to me? I better answer these questions.
Like, his eyes are so big.
So intense.
Yeah. Well, I also work in the film world a little bit, or I'm trying to. I'm an aspiring director and writer. I also host a horror movie podcast called Bloody Blunt Cinema Club.
Which is awesome.
Thank you.
Which is fun. If you guys haven't listened to it, please go listen because I would say you do more obscure ones, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I've listened to a couple episodes. Sorry, I haven't listened to the whole catalog yet.
No, it's all good. Yeah, I try to. I love the horror world. That's my main jam, and anything in that and talking about it, and that's the kind of films I want to make eventually as well.
Well, that's why I am so blessed to have you in this room because you already know what you're doing. And I'm just a stumbling along little infant child.
No. See, I've only been in LA 3 years. I'm barely a person. I just became an Angelino like the other day.
You're a shadow of a man living in Los Angeles.
I did hit my 3 years the other day, so I guess I'm an Angelino now, apparently, but I'm still, it's still fresh.
I heard they moved that back. I heard it's 5 years now. I'm sorry. No, not yet.
They put an extension on it.
We're not punching your ticket yet,
but
bucko.
But this scene, way better than I do. You and Maddie, know this scene, and you guys, everywhere we go, you guys know everyone. You have that background.
Well, the scene is better for having you in it. I'll just say that much.
Oh,
we are happy to have you. and I'm happy to do this with you at the end of the day.
Yeah, I'm happy to do this, because like I've been a believer in BetaWave since I've known Maddie, and so I also help do the camera work for our live performances and music videos, and I make a little music too. So we both have each foot in the film and music world a little bit.
Some would say I'm more on the fringe, but you know what I mean. I'll go into the breach. I'm gonna go in that wave breach with you, baby. You know what I mean? Let's go snorkeling together.
Yeah. You're hanging out by the buoys.
Yeah, I'm renting the scuba gear to people. You know what I mean? I'm like the guy at the surf shack, like, yeah, let's go catch some waves and time to talk about it.
More water. Yeah, I love it. So this show, I mean, this is what it is gonna be like, guys. We're just gonna be hanging out. We're gonna be talking. We'll have some topics here and there, but I mean, we're just gonna be talking. This first episode is really so you can get to know us a little bit. Like, who are we? Why should you want to hang out with us?
Totally.
So that's what we're gonna do. In a couple episodes, we'll start bringing the guests in, and we'll get that going. But this is for you to get to know us, but me and Dan as well. Like,
they're kind of on a first date with us.
Yeah.
I feel like, we had our own first private date. Just me and you.
In a shadowy corner.
Very seedy. Very seedy. You know what I mean? It was a vibe.
Yeah. So yeah, this is your first date with us is
I love
definitely
this.
the best way to put it. One opening segment I did come up with to kind of get the ball rolling is what's got you feeling wavy? And when I ask that, it is, what's something this week that has been inspiring you artistically, whether it's a movie you saw, a song you heard, photography, what have you. Like,
sure.
What's inspiring you, Dan?
I'm just going to pull back the curtain here a little bit. I knew this was coming, and I was like trying to think the whole time, oh my gosh, what am I going to say? What was inspiring? That was just a fun ride. I watched that new Marvel joint, Black Widow, and that was just a friggin' blast. Scarlett's great. The whole cast and crew.
Good old
ScarJo. It just was a fun ride. Cinematography just crazy. I mean, I think they just put too much money into all these things, but
they put way too much money into them, and I love the superhero movies. I really do.
Right.
I'm a big old nerd. But I'll admit I'm a little burnt out by
there's a little too much of it.
We've had so many, and they did it. They did their finale. They did a 2-part finale, and killed it. And it was like, all right, good job, guys, you did it. And then it's like, but now what? It's like, how do you watch Black Widow knowing she's already dead anyways? Spoilers for Endgame.
Wait, what?
You haven't seen Endgame?
No, I seen. I just remembered right now. Shoot. Okay, I forgot about it. I got really stoned before the first one, so I forgot.
So I'm like, I'm gonna watch Black Widow at some point.
It's hard to get behind.
Just for but I'm just not as motivated for the superhero movies anymore right now.
Let's do something new, right? Yeah, I feel you on that. At the end of the day, it was fun.
I mean, it's just the frequency. I mean, at one point they were releasing 3 to 4 movies a year.
Yeah, well, they're gonna be back to doing it again, of course.
Yeah, I mean, they slowed down doing the TV shows now and trying to kind of set some stuff up, and they got some new characters coming in, but it's like, I don't know.
Well, now there's too many side characters. I don't even know who's who. I obviously don't even know who's alive in this cinematic universe anymore.
Side characters.
Yeah, it's just
I mean,
too much.
There's going to be a Black Panther movie, but no Chadwick Boseman, obviously. So it's like, they got stuff going on, And it's just like, now I'm just kind of like, I'll get to it when I get to it. I used to get excited about them, like, ooh, let me go see it first night. Now I'm like, I'll get to it.
Yeah, don't get too excited. I guess I'll just tell you that much right now. It was a small wave. The swell was not that big.
That's
that
what
day.
I hear.
Yeah, it's been a busy week. I wasn't feeling too wavy. But what was making you feel wavy?
So recently, a artist that I really dig, a gal named Caroline Polachek. You know her?
Oh. Isn't she just playing at the Greek? She just added a show.
She is at the end of August. I really want to go.
Can we go?
Let's go.
It's August. It's coming up August 5th.
Oh, I thought it was like the 28th or something.
This might be. It doesn't matter. We're going.
Well, we'll look it up. But love her. Before even getting to it, I'm pretty sure I saw her in North Hollywood the other day.
Did you go up?
No, I was driving to go meet some other people. And then
you saw her driving a car?
Yes,
Did you slam on your brakes?
I was driving and she was having lunch outside with somebody. And the reason I saw the beauty mark and I saw the head wrap And I was like,
wow.
I'm 95% positive it was her. I wanted to loop back, but I was running late as it was to the other
Sure.
thing.
Whoa. Who is this other engagement? I feel like this Carolyn, this would have been better.
What?
Just
if I
pulling the
would've-
car around, yeah. And
Oh,
just
I totally
professing
should
your
have.
love.
I totally should have because I got to the event and then somebody else was like an hour late. I totally could have.
God bless it.
Because I am obsessed with her. Big crush on her. But she's a phenomenal artist. She just dropped a new song called "Bunny as a Rider." It's a fun song, but she also just dropped the music video for it. And I love her music videos. She's very visual. And everything has a purpose. Like all of her music videos, she always has like these like interesting like it's not like a full choreographed dance, but she does like little movements to the beat, like as she's doing stuff.
Jungle kind of does the same thing like that. Have you ever seen in their music
Yeah.
videos? They have this cool like.
They have that one guy that's in like 4 of their videos. Yeah.
It's not like super choreographed. It feels kind of random, but it also is choreographed. I don't know. I know what you're talking about. I haven't seen any of her music videos. I don't watch music videos anymore. Does anybody watch music videos
Dude,
anymore?
I
Is
watch a
everyone
shit
doing
ton
it?
of music videos. I
need to
love
start
music
watching
videos.
again. I need to go down a music video rabbit hole.
Well, see, and that's why I like hers because like she does like these like interesting ones. So like this one, it's like kind of, it's like some like Indiana Jones vibes kind of. It's like
Does she have the hat?
no, but it's like it's a POV, like you're the camera,
Fun.
and then you're following in these like little catacombs, and she has this like button on her arm that can make her teleport. So she's like popping around corners and you're like
That's
trying to follow
cheating.
her and stuff,
Yeah.
you know, and it's just like it's your POV following through this like dungeon or whatever.
Labyrinth
and like
or something. Yeah. So cool.
It's a really cool video. We'll put a link to it in the description so you guys can go
perfect.
check it
Yeah,
out.
you guys got to peep that.
And the Black Widow trailer too, I guess.
No, you're fine. I think everyone's seen it already. It's cool. My wave sucked. It's a wave was stupid.
It was not a.
It's not a winner. Can we edit this out, guys, or no? Oh, we're going still. Shucks.
No, it's all good. But not all waves can be the big one.
Not all waves can be as big as your wave.
They can't all be the big
I might have
one.
been surfing your wake. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what is fine.
It's okay.
That's
It's
this
okay.
one. We're building up to it.
But yeah, so that's but just the fact that one, I like pretty sure I saw her, and then two, like, you know, new stuff from her.
I kind of feel like that was the inspiration you need to kind of go to this show or something. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, really, I just needed a date, but I didn't know you listened. So I mean, now we're going.
there we go. All right.
Because I definitely want to go see her show. That'd be super dope. Yeah, but definitely keeping me pretty wavy. You know, I like artists because you said like who watches music videos anymore, and it's like I feel like the pandemic even a little bit. Ooh, we're not supposed to.
Don't say it 2 more times, or else it'll pop up again. Yeah,
the panda cage. That was that was a good time. I feel like some artists started paying attention to music videos again, like realizing that, you know, okay, like if I'm not touring and I don't have a visual presence, then like what am I doing? So I feel like we're gonna get a resurgence lately in the
stepped up
quality
a
of
little
music
bit,
videos.
yeah. I agree with you there that I think more people are focused on that. Like, I feel like the last music video was like, oh my gosh, you have to watch it, is that Childish Gambino music video.
Yeah, I mean that was the big one. Yeah, last big one that everybody was talking about.
Yeah, I was like, that was the last music video I remember like everybody was talking about it. I just can't remember the last time that
Yeah, This Is
happened.
America.
Yeah.
I mean, recently, the Call Me By Your Name for Lil Nas X, people went pretty crazy over that one.
Yeah, well, that's just because it's controversial, right? I mean, at the end of the day, but sexy.
But yeah, I like music videos that are provocative stuff. Like that used to be commonplace in the 80s and 90s. Like that was one of the appeal to MTV. It was like, ooh, what can we put in a music video that we can still air on TV, you know? And then it'd be like, ooh, so and so had a half naked gymnast in the video. There was a side boob, and it was controversial.
That had to have been like old school AC/DC, right?
Yeah, shit like that.
Side boob. Yeah, it's like,
like you know, shit like that. So I'm sure David Bowie had some weird video that got banned from MTV. I'm sure.
I feel like, yeah, you're not cool unless you get one video banned from MTV back in the 80s, right? Like, you have to kind of shoot for a band.
Yeah, and I feel like adding, you know, putting more thought into the visual stuff, like, can just only add layers. Like, hey, do you know the artist Tizo Touchdown?
The only thing that comes to mind is Tiesto. I feel like they're spelled the same way, but no.
There's this newer artist. He is from Texas, and one of his videos popped up. So I do this. You should start doing this. When
Listening.
when you're watching YouTube and sometimes the ad will be a whole ass music video, just watch it. Because sometimes you might actually find somebody. Because I'm like, oh, if they were willing to pay the money to feature their video as an ad,
Sure.
why not? I should give a chance. So this is how I found this guy. Turned out to be a really interesting artist. So like all of his music videos have been shot in the same location on the same like area. And he also does like skits and stuff too. He just changes it up. So like he did one video where they set it up like a restaurant, but all it is there's just tables and people on dates and stuff. And then they like do stuff like that. Or they'll do one video where it's like just like him and a microphone up against this backdrop. And then like, so he's done like, I mean, at least 9 different videos using the same location. And now it just like feels like his world.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
And
Yeah,
that's
he
like,
created his own thing. And that's what an artist wants to do, right? They want to create this harmonious thing where you just get to plug in like, this is who I am.
Yeah.
And this is us.
And like, you can build yourself out a lot. And I think that was a smart move since he couldn't tour, obviously. But like, how do you make your mark as a new artist? He invested into the visual aspect of it.
I mean, that's great too. I mean, it sounds like he might have just stumbled upon this idea of like, hey, I've done 2 here. Let's just keep doing the stuff out here, and let's just something happy that happens to you once you try that hard.
He does like mailbag videos. He'll set up a desk and just like read fan mail and like answer questions and stuff.
So that's fun. I'm sitting down for a couple reads, a couple letters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So there's some interesting people doing stuff in the video world, that's worth your while.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. I'm gonna make a note. Making a note.
I'll send you a playlist.
Watch more commercials. Making a note. Perfect.
Sometimes you gotta take a chance.
Yeah,
Sometimes you gotta take a chance.
Take a chance in a commercial, man. You know what I mean? Well, I wish I would have listened to some commercials that tell me to get health care, before I got in an accident. That would have been good. So whatever.
Oh yeah, you're out of the sling.
I'm out of the sling.
I just
I'm
noticed
sling
you're out of the
free.
sling.
Yeah,
Nice.
sling free. Just so everyone knows, always wear a helmet when riding a Vespa out there. Just make sure you do that.
Or any of those fucking scooters out on the streets.
Sometimes just walking, wear a helmet. You know what I mean? The sidewalks here are crazy bad. We're in Los Angeles, unless anyone didn't know.
We do have ass sidewalks, like they're real bad.
We got butt walks, dude, with 2 T's. They're gross walks. There's actual shot on our sidewalks. Yeah, they're not good. It's fine. We're working on it. We're all just human beings living a bunch of filth together, and I love us.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I do love us.
I do too.
Speaking of us,
yeah, there we go.
Where did you grow up?
So I grew up in St. Louis, Missouri. Well, a town like 20 minutes. I've always been slightly outside of like downtown St. Louis proper, but
Sure.
St. Louis.
Could you see the arch from where you were?
From where I lived? No.
What is that arch? What is the deal?
What, the gateway to the west? What's its deal?
Is that where the wagons started? Like when they were going west? Like, we're going to poison a bunch of people.
I honestly don't really know. I guess I should know it's just like somebody built it. I think a French person did. Maybe. Why
did the French give us a bunch of stuff? Don't you feel like the Statue of Liberty is all of a sudden going to come alive and be a killer robot from the French, and we're all going to die?
So.
I don't know what's in there. Is the thing just actual steel?
Like I want a real Ghostbusters 2 situation with the Statue of Liberty, but no, I could not see the arch from where I was from. It's funny. The arch is like kind of sketchy now because it's been up for so long, and it's a weird structure. It's very thin. So it like sways in the wind now. It leans. So like
that doesn't sound safe. That sounds like a Leonardo Pisa to me.
It's totally not safe, but we still do it anyways because whatever. It's right next to a river, so I mean, if it does go down, it's going into the water at least.
I'm probably going to say this name wrong. It's Euro Cenarian. He's a Finnish-born, American-educated architect, and it was erected to commemorate President Thomas Jefferson's Louisiana Purchase of 1803.
That makes sense.
Yeah. yeah.
You know, connected to the racist president. That does make sense for Missouri.
Perfect.
Yeah,
well, hopefully that thing falls down soon, but nobody dies.
It literally
Unless it
sways.
hits a racist person, then I might not care that much.
Yeah, I think that's funny, though. I mean, that would be the most St. Louis death you could have, is if you were inside the arch, it goes down, you play Hot in Her as it's going down. We salute Nelly. He's our Jesus.
Yeah. Excuse me. Wow. I'm okay. Biggest artist out of, is it Nelly?
Well, it's funny because he's technically...
I would say Akon as the...
People don't know Akon is from St. Louis, and I mean he was born in Nigeria and he reps Nigeria and whatnot. But it's funny enough, Nelly's actually from Houston. He was born in Houston,
so
but
no one's from where they say they are.
He grew up in St. Louis and he reps us. Like
sure.
Nelly put St. Louis on his back. We had no bot. I mean, Tina Turner is actually from St. Louis.
Oh, Teeny. Okay.
Tina Turner's from St. Louis.
I'd rather take her than any of those other dudes.
Well, yeah, but again, she didn't rep us. He was the first to be like, "Yes, I'm St.
Louis.
STL, that's my shit." Like he was the first to be that. So like that's why
it doesn't
we
sound
love
cool
Nelly
coming
so
off
much.
The tongue STL. It sounds like venereal disease or something. Yeah, it's like
I went to Missouri and got a case of that STL.
I guess whatever happens in St. Louis is coming back with you. Yeah.
But St. Louis, it's cool. It's a cool city. It's fine. It's got a great music scene. Really great music scene. The Pageant is one of the best venues to go see music. I know I'm biased, but it's also like it's a theater that's been around for like 50 something years.
Beautiful.
It's a beautiful theater. And it's like where if a big artist is coming through St. Louis and they're not doing an arena, they're usually at the Pageant. But there's like a lot of really great venues in St. Louis, like super great music scene, but not much of a film scene. So that's why I came out here.
Totally. I guess I've never been there, so I wouldn't know. But I guess hearing that it's a big music scene is kind of surprising to me. Is that just because it's in the middle of the country, kind of like everybody got to stop there eventually? If you're gonna hit the state once, you're hitting St. Louis, right?
Yeah, like because I mean we're a few hours from Chicago, so every artist goes to Chicago. So it's like, oh well, here St. Louis is St. Louis is a pretty big city. Like it's
totally
like it's the biggest in Missouri, but I mean it's bigger than people think. As far because a lot of people don't think of us as like one of the big major cities.
Right.
I mean, we're in like a second tier big city. Like we're up there with Seattle, I'd say. I'd put us on par with Seattle.
Seattle-ish, yeah.
Like as far as scale and
population.
And yeah.
A lot of lakes, right? We got the
rivers. I mean, we do got lakes too, but lots of rivers. It's very humid. It's a little racist in between Kansas City and St. Louis.
I could
good.
see that, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't personally know, but yeah, that seems like it would be a place for that to happen,
I tell people, if you're going to Missouri, St. Louis is cool, Kansas City is cool, anything in between,
Yeah, just drive really fast.
I mean, I did live in Springfield, Missouri for 5 years, and that's an all right place.
Nice.
But yeah.
Was it fun growing up there outside the city? Like,
I mean, it was cool. I had easy access to the city, you know, but my town is, I call it the boonies. Like we weren't country. We weren't country, but people thought we were.
Right.
And it was a bit of a weird vibe, and not a lot of brown people.
It's like, was it the vibe was like we're not sure what we are, like we're not far enough away from the city to be the boonies, we're not enough in the city to be in the city.
It was like because we were an on the rise like place.
Yeah.
So it was like people thought that we were still who we were 20 years ago, and like haven't accepted that. It's like because like it's a place with like I don't know 78,000. Like that's a decent for a town. That's a decent size.
Yeah. That's some bunkins right there.
Right outside the city, a little south. Interesting, but it was what it was. And you're a North Cal boy, right?
I grew up in Oregon. Little dinky town, Lebanon, Oregon. Shout out to those folks. Population of 12K. Growing up, so very small.
Yeah, that's pretty small.
Moved up there from Cali. Southern Cal, when I was 5. So I honestly don't really remember obviously being down here as a kid. But growing up in Lebanon, Oregon, we did a lot of movies as a kid. You know what I mean? Like my mom's a big movie buff. We watched a lot of those. I think that's where I kind of you would, you know what I mean? Like, do you remember like hearing a song in a movie and you're like, oh, what is this song? Of course, you couldn't Shazam it or anything, but
Yeah.
you'd have to like wait till the end, like for the credits, and be like, I gotta figure out what the song this is. Like, I remember doing that as a little kid. Like, I love this song.
Or buying the soundtrack on CD.
What?
What?
What are you doing? You sound like you're a million years old.
The original soundtrack OSTs.
Love. Do you remember a first CD or a CD that you loved the most growing up?
I mean, I used to have a bunch of CDs.
Obviously, you had that little book, right? I remember having in my car. I had that little zip up pouch. You know, like
my parents had like racks. Like, I mean, my parents had a
No
shit
way.
ton of CDs.
Okay, yeah.
Bunch of them. And then I remember I used to carry around, I would have a CD player with headphones. My longest one was a Batman one. It was a CD player with a Batman logo on it.
Oh, cool.
And
I never had a theme one.
And then my CD case was a basketball.
Yeah,
So it would zip. It was a circular one. It was a basketball.
For anyone listening to this that isn't a million years old, just don't listen for a little while, because we're talking about our childhood, okay? And the trials and tribulations that we had. Yeah, walking around with your CD.
Like,
if you would drop this thing, it's over. You have to get a new Walkman. You know what I mean? Like, it's done.
Y'all don't know about riding your bike over too big of a bump and then the song skips. You don't know what that was like.
Yeah. If you drop the CD, too many scratches, you're fucked. You know what I mean? Like, it was bad.
CD players didn't fit in your pocket. You had to come up with some creative way.
Well, no. You had those shorts, the commando shorts with the extra big pockets.
I did the cargo shorts.
Oh, cargo shorts all the way. That's where else
with
are you
the
gonna put your
side
Walkman?
pockets?
Yes, with the side pocket. Where else are you gonna fit your Walkman? You know, you have to. Yeah.
I remember. I always tell people this. I think it's funny. So I was 7. And my parents let us listen to whatever. I was never shielded from things growing up and stuff. So, like, I got into rap pretty early, you know,
Nice.
like hard rap. And as a kid, when I was 7, I guess it was the gruff voices, but I was obsessed with Ja Rule and DMX.
Nice.
Obsessed. So I remember I was like, I want the Ja Rule CDs. I want the DMX CDs. And so when I was 7, I remember I got a stack of CDs. It was like Ja Rule's 2 first albums. DMX.
Who bought you these? I'm just curious.
My dad.
Okay, so you and him went together and you got to pick them out, or he's like, you're gonna
No,
like these?
he wrapped it as a stack.
Oh,
it was
wow.
a stack, and he taped it together and wrapped it.
That's
and then
beautiful.
so it was like 2 Ja Rule CDs, all of DMX's CDs, and then Jay-Z's The Blueprint was in there, and Eminem. Which Eminem album was out at that time?
Curtain at that time?
No,
Curtain
this
Call?
was earlier than
No.
that. This was Marshall Mathers LP.
Oh, Mama Spaghetti?
Yeah, this is 2001. So yeah, it would have been like Marshall Mathers LP. So yeah, I remember that was a stack of CDs I got from my dad. Can you just imagine 7-year-old me just jamming out to DMX
Yeah.
and yelling DMX phrases?
Yeah.
As a 7-year-old.
Yeah, you're right. It was Marshall Mathers LP. That was the one. That one was so good.
It was really good. But
I
yeah.
love Ja Rule. Ja Rule's amazing.
I mean, yeah. Now everybody just thinks of Firefest, but he
He
made
had some bangers, dude.
See, that's the thing. He didn't make he wasn't making deep shit. He wasn't spitting bars. He didn't even really rap. He just like aggressively talked,
Yeah.
but he made bangers.
It was the coolest talking I had ever heard,
He
but I
made-
didn't hear it until like 2 years ago. You know what I mean? Like, that's when I discovered.
Ja
It
Rule
wasn't
was pretty
before that.
great. He had a swagger to him,
Yeah.
and his persona was thug, but a sensitive thug. Like that was his.
He was a thug. Yeah, he would get you like a cup of hot tea and sit you
Yeah.
down. Like, how are you?
I mean, he had the bangers with Ashanti, the bangers with J-Lo.
Yeah.
I mean, Ja Rule, he did some shit back in
What
the
a
early
time
2000s.
to be alive, honestly. Do you remember like the first song? You remember like every lyric? You could sing every lyric. Like, this is my song. I know every lyric.
I don't. That's a tough one. Do you? Do you remember yours?
Well, so I remember. So I remember this. I remember the first song that was like, I need to know every lyric to this song. I remember Googling it. This is probably the invention of Google.
and
Sorry,
then you
I probably-
printed the lyrics out too.
I can print it on my mom's lap printer. It was the Jay-Z the Black album. You know what I mean? I was what was the song? Gosh, where he's talking about My glove box is locked. So is my trunk in the back, and I know my warrant. So you're gonna need a warrant for that. What song was that?
Oh,
can't
I haven't
remember.
listened to that album in a hot minute.
Yeah, it was been forever, but I was like, I love this song. I need to know all the lyrics to this song. I remember Googling it. I guess the song that I probably remember all the lyrics to the most, it was something stupid. I was a little kid. I think it was probably a Beatles song or something. I remember all the lyrics. It was like the easiest songs to sing to in the entire world. Might as well be like a 1, 2, 3, touch your hands and pray. You know what I mean? It's like yeah, it's like some little.
I tried to. I thought rapping was cool and fun, so I would try to know the words to rap songs. I remember I remember I wanted to know the Eminem verse, or not even the verse. I remember I loved doing the chorus of Eminem and Dre's "Forget About Dre."
Forget About Dre.
Yeah.
So good.
Nowadays, everybody want to talk. Got something to say. Nothing comes out. We move, live, just like I wanted to know all the words to that song.
They forgot about Dre. Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, that's a good one. But yeah, so like I started off in like rap and hip hop and like R&B, and my dad like loved like oldies and stuff. Like,
Sure.
what were the genres you grew up listening to?
I mean that was probably the funniest thing. I grew up in a very strict environment of, we were very religious, so like it was a lot of Christian albums, Jars of Clay. Who else was like a big Christian?
Who the fuck is Jars of Clay?
Oh, dude, you gotta listen, dude. It's old school bangers.
Only Christian band I know is Skillet.
Skillet, yeah. Skillet, yeah. Yeah, early two Skillets. What else? What was like? It was like 90s. So I didn't get to listen to a lot of that. So like I would actually get in trouble. Like if my parents found out I was listening to like AC/DC or something, like they would be really, really not happy.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Were your parents
like they would be like mad. It's like, what are you listening to?
Were your parents older? Or are they?
No, they weren't. I was the oldest. So like my parents had me, like my mom was like 19 still when she had
so
me.
you have
know what I
young
mean?
parents too.
I have young
parents
parents
also.
Yeah.
But like my parents, like they didn't give a shit. We watched they let us watch whatever movies.
Well, that was the weird part.
Whatever music.
I was gonna watch like T2, like this guy's just blasting people away. You know what I mean? But they're like, only listen to churchy music.
Well, maybe because movies are fake and music is real.
I mean,
maybe.
Maybe. I will say this: music does elicit just the most best emotions. You know what I mean? Like I think constantly listening to it, they're worried that my little brain was going to get rotten. And
Yeah.
Oops.
They might teach you some.
Already happened.
They'll teach you a bad dance, and then they'll teach you also some other shady shit. Who knows?
Some other stuff. Yeah, I'm a Third Day. That was another one. Yeah. Point of Grace. Jars of Clay. Yeah, Jars of Clay were huge. We listened to a ton of Jars of Clay, dude.
I've never heard of Jars of Clay.
They were awesome. You would have loved. Yeah.
Were they like the hard rock Christian, or was it like the coffee shop Christian music?
Switchfoot, huge Switchfoot. You had to have heard of Switchfoot.
Oh,
right?
I didn't know they were Christian.
Yeah. So they were very under the radar.
Jars of Clay.
We should listen to one real quick, right?
No, but I did want to read off. I did just want to read with songs such as Flood and Work and Worlds Apart and of course Heaven. Of course they have an Amazing Grace
Heaven
cover.
was my favorite. That was my favorite because like, thank heaven this is the end of the CD. You know what I mean?
Love Song for a Savior. And of course they have an Amazing Grace cover.
Yeah.
Every Christian band has to either do a Hallelujah cover or an Amazing Grace cover.
If you didn't cover one of those songs, are you even a Christian band?
Amazing Grace or Hallelujah?
Yeah.
Which song?
Hallelujah. That's where I'm going every time. 98% of the time I'm going Hallelujah.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, Amazing Grace is great, but it feels only applicable at funerals.
Yeah. or when I get home alive from being out all night. I'm singing that to myself, I think, a little bit. Yeah. Amazing Grace carried me home.
Grace.
Thank God I'm here.
Oh, man. Good old churchin' days.
Yeah, good old church days. But yeah, I had to be under the radar. Like I would be on Napster, just downloading songs. Like, oh God, I hope no one finds this burned CDs. And I would have to put on like different names on the CDs. Like I had all these code things to be like, Christian Mingle CD number 4, and it was really just like Blood, Guts, and AC/DC 5.
Youth group mix.
That's exactly what it was.
Youth group mix, and then you turn it on. It's just like ass and titties, ass and titties.
And it's like CD that my mother would approve of. If she title too, it'd just be the worst.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, so I had to have my musical taste, I guess, a little under the radar, which is kind of fun. It's kind of fun when you're like, I can't have the volume up too loud in this, and they're like, "What are you listening to, Danny?" I'm like, "Oh, come up with something quick." I guess you could throw out an Amazing Grace pretty fast and you get away with it.
Well, speaking of taste, one of my questions for you was your current taste now. Describe your music taste in 3 flavors.
3 flavors.
Flavors, however you want to use
do you
flavors.
mean flavors of ice? Can I do a flavor of anything?
Flavors.
Rocky Road, Sunrise Express, Underground Drag. I don't know if that last one was a flavor.
I was about to say, I was like, wait, what?
Okay, sorry.
That's from
let me do one more.
That's from the RuPaul Ben and Jerry's line.
What would be the marshmallow shapes in that ice cream? You know what I mean? Just lips, little penis-shaped marshmallows.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's fun.
And glitter.
Okay, let me come up with the third flavor. I probably just vanilla. Sometimes you just like an easy listen. You know
So
what I mean?
Rocky Road is you like rock and roll, you like some bluesy.
Yeah, I like blues, rock and roll, jazz. I love jazz. I mean, I played sax as a kid, so
Really?
and I slapped a little bass as well. So we might have to dive into that later. We could also. We don't have to give out all the secrets. On
Those
the
are
first
both
date.
the instruments I want to take up.
Oh well.
I want to. I told Maddie. I told Maddie I was going to learn how to play saxophone at some point.
At some point. Now I hate all my flavors. Sunrise Express. I was thinking that of like a nice tea from Starbucks or something like that would be a name of a flavor. It's like I'm not saying I listen to coffee house music, but I feel like I listen to like a lot of that indie, new wave, beach rock, surf, grunge stuff.
The one that would be on like Feel Good or
like
Sunrise Drive, like the playlist that they call them.
Yeah,
like,
what was that? What was that stupid movie with Zach Braff, dude? You know what I mean?
Fucking Garden State.
Garden State. You know what I mean? Like I'm listening to that crap, The Shins or something.
That's
you know what I
so
mean?
funny because when you say music that would be in Garden State, people immediately know what you're talking about, which is hilarious.
And I hate that I still listen to it, but it's like you can't get out of a trench you're listening to. And not saying I exclusively listen to that, but it's sometimes you just
Surf Rock Sunshine.
Yes.
Stuff that would be on that playlist. These are the Spotify playlists. I'm fine.
You're already finding them, huh? You're like, Dan's our #1 customer.
Pollen.
Stop it. You're exposing all my demons.
But okay, I get you. And then what? But what's vanilla then?
No. That was just a joke. I haven't come up with my third flavor yet. My third flavor.
Vanilla,
would be,
is that just a cappella music?
Yeah, it's just some guy crying. You know what I mean? It's just sad.
No, vanilla is one white guy with a guitar.
Oh, I feel like vanilla. If I really had to be honest about it, it's just like it's like all the like what you could picture me listening to like any music outside the realm, like any like vanilla rap or something. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. I'm just like, oh, this isn't that cool. Why are you listening to this, buddy?
No offense to white guys with guitars. We love you. We still need you in the music world.
Just keep on keeping on, I guess.
But okay, so you got a little range to you.
I'm not a complete piece of shit.
Do you like country?
No.
Okay, yeah, me neither.
No. I won't say that I hate it. I think there's a time and place for everything, but I'm not like searching it out.
Yeah. I'll listen to like older country that's like more on the bluesy side.
See, that's fun to me.
But I mean, no.
I'm not like, oh, I can't wait for the new person stuff with the straw hat to drop, dude. That sounds
that other male country singer who I can't distinguish.
I can't wait for that one guy that looks like me to have another song out about my life come out. That sounds great.
Did you see the music video? We have the same truck.
It's just painted a different color.
Oh, country.
We love you, dude. Keep on keeping on. I'm cool.
Again, needed in the music world, just not for me.
I love / hate what flavor of music do you listen to, but it's your turn.
Oh, you want the same
Well,
question?
I just hate it because I
Throwback?
hate my answers. I bet yours are going to be cooler because you got to
Throw-
think of something earlier before this. I had
Well,
no
I
prep.
didn't. That's my thing. Since I came up with the question, I was like, well, I don't got to answer it. I'm not thinking about it. So, I mean, see, I thought when I wrote flavor, though, I was just thinking like more like the specific, like I like sour fruit, like something with like some like raspberries in it or
Well,
something.
one of those flavors was like it doesn't exist. It's blue raspberry, and I'm like, wait,
Like-
what?
Well, like one of my favorite, like I love like strawberry cheesecake is like my like actual literal favorite. So I mean something like that, strawberry cheesecake, you know. So it's got a little fruit, but it's got a little crumble. So like I don't know, something that's
And it's creamy.
something that's it's groovy, but's got a little thump to it. Like when I make my playlists on Spotify, I make them by like moods.
Sure.
So like they're like specific moods and sounds. So like that's what I think of when I think of like the flavors. So like
Do you have to make a playlist while not listening to music? Because sometimes I'm like, if I start putting on a new playlist while I'm trying to make a playlist, I'm just going to make the same playlist.
wait, what?
You don't think about this? You're making a playlist to a different playlist. This new playlist is going to sound exactly the same as the playlist that I'm listening to.
No,
I have
you
to
don't.
do it in silence.
Yeah, no, you don't do that. I make a new playlist if I'm listening to new music. So like I keep
Oh, sure.
So I keep a few different playlists going, and then I take like time out of the day, like literally, like every day I try to take like 30 minutes, sometimes an hour if I'm having a lazy day, where I just try to find new stuff. I'll go
Good for
through
you. Yeah,
I
I
go
need to
through
do
the
that.
playlists and I'll just listen to it and I'll go, oh, this would fit on this playlist. Boom. This would fit on another playlist. Boom.
See, I like that you have a couple of different thumbs in the pies going. Like this
Yeah.
one fits that one fits
I keep
this,
like
boom,
4
boom, boom.
playlists in rotation
Yeah.
that I add to, and then I'll start a new batch.
Perfect. Do you have a? I guess you wouldn't have to have this. I would have to have this like family safe playlist.
No.
Yeah. Nah.
Never.
No.
Never. I mean, what does family safe mean anymore? Kids have access to everything. I mean, like, fucking
The
10-year-old
kids aren't safe.
10-year-olds are listening to Trippy Red, and
Yeah.
like, there's so
Nothing safe.
I'm not no.
Safety is an illusion.
I mean, I used to have those playlists because I would play like my music at work.
Yeah.
So
there you go, work
that was the
playlist.
only time I used to have to do that. But like now, I mean, I've worked at only bars for the last 5 years, so it's whatever.
And they're so drunk they don't even know what they're hearing.
Exactly.
What was the first concert? I always. I don't know if I'll remember mine. But I'll tell you one that I liked when I was a kid. Do you remember? Did you go with a parent or something?
I mean, my first, like, I remember once we saw like a free, like, mini concert. Like, it was like a free mini public concert of India Irie, but I mean, I can't name. I can name like 2 of her songs, so I'll skip that one. So that one happened, and then one time for our 4th of July little festival, the Black Eyed Peas performed.
Whoa, back up. So, like in your suburb, they played?
It was like in downtown St. Louis. Like in downtown, there's this big.
Sick.
Yeah, there's a big 4th of July festival
How old
downtown.
are you?
That was, like 11, 12 maybe.
Once we get our website up, we're gonna get some pics of you at that.
Don't have any.
Oh no.
Instagram wasn't a thing then. I don't have them.
Seats taken. They don't exist.
I can't find the disposables, but literally.
Shucks. We'll just
literally.
have a mental picture of
But yeah,
little Devon getting down to the Black Eyed Peas.
I had such a crush on Fergie, and I was like, oh my god, it's Fergie.
Yeah, she had amazing makeup, everything. I loved her outfits. Like she was so cool.
She is picturesque of early 2000s fashion.
Yeah, like at the height. Like I love that ish. Like it's so cool to me.
Yeah. So
Still.
I saw her, but my first like concert going to with a friend, an
Yes.
actual show at
Yes.
a real venue, is a band. It's a smaller band, but they're somewhat known, called Ludo. But they're from St. Louis, but they were decent. They haven't put out an album in a while, but they were decently big.
Nice.
And it was cool because they were like one of those bands that it was cool that it was like a smaller band. So it was like my first like also like, oh, this band, you probably don't know them, but like they're pretty cool, you know?
I love feeling so cool and show to place. Like I'm seeing this
Yeah.
band at a small venue and I beat everyone else to it. I beat everyone else to it.
Exactly. So it was cool. They're like a very theatrical band. I remember the theme of the tour was Dracula in space playing basketball, or it might have been rearranged in a different order, but that was the theme. So people either showed up dressed up like a vampire as
Shut up.
astronauts or as basketball players. That was literally
What did you
the
go
thing.
with? Can I guess? Can I guess?
You can, yeah,
I can guess.
yeah. You'll probably be wrong.
I'm gonna be because you didn't do any three of those things, huh? You're leading me into
No,
a
no,
dark,
no.
deep trap.
But yes.
I just. How old are you?
This was like 15.
15.
15 or 16.
I'm gonna say you went vampire because I feel like that's an easier thing to get at a party surplus store.
I went basketball.
Dang it! That was my
'Cause
second choice.
I was a high school athlete, so I did do basketball. I wasn't really in my goth mode yet.
right.
I hadn't found my inner goth at the time.
You hadn't moved to LA yet and completely lost your soul.
Yeah. Once I moved away from college, that's when the darkness really came out.
The darkness.
Yeah. But yeah, it was
the darkness.
it was a fun show. Like it was really cool. People were dressed up and like they played songs like from like inside the crowd. They like stopped like the show and like did like a mini acoustic set, like sitting in. They like made everybody
That's
like make a circle.
amazing.
It was a great, really cool first like actual concert experience.
Right.
Actually, like
Yeah.
it was super cool. It was with my best bud. And then that became like, and that was early in our friendship too. So that became like,
It's a bonding
that
experience.
was our like
bro.
our friendship band for a little bit. We had like our songs, you know, and it was like us rocking.
And you were
out
like
to
singing them
them.
into each other's faces.
Yeah,
right? I
yeah.
love us singing into
Yeah.
each other's faces. Dude.
So that was a really great like first like legit concert experience.
Amazing.
What was yours?
Or
Or a favorite one? You said you couldn't remember the first.
No. I'm now just hearing you talk. It's weird, like hearing somebody talk. You're like, oh wait, no, I kind of remember it. Like when you actually think about it, the one that I remember, I think there's maybe one or two before this, but I was 16, like just being able to drive with people on my own. So I drove all the way up to Portland, and saw Incubus at I think it was like McMiniman. It was like a McMiniman's ballroom or something, or like it was the Telegraph or something. I think that might be here. I can't remember. Anyway, I saw Incubus with a girlfriend at the time, and it was a blast. It was so fun. It was fun, like getting away from your parents, like doing something on your own, and like driving to a city that's an hour and a half away, and like being able to make out with your girlfriend in the crowd. Like no one's gonna stop us.
Yeah, I remember there was a weekend with like the boys, and this ended up becoming. So we had tickets, or no, I had already had tickets. I was gonna see Fall Out Boy.
Oh
on a night. It was when they got back together and were doing their like first tour back, you know. So and I was going with a girl. It was gonna be hype.
Unfortunately.
It was gonna be a girl. It was gonna be a girl. It was gonna be with a girl. It was gonna be hype. So I had already had that planned, you know,
Right.
for like it was like that was like on a Sunday night. And then I remember when I was like getting my tickets for that, I had saw at the same venue on Friday night, AWOL Nation was gonna be there. So I hit up some boys. I was like, "Hey, you guys want to go to see AWOL Nation on Friday?"
Hello.
So it was like, okay. So we got tickets to that. So now I got 2 concerts booked for the weekend.
Wow.
We're in line for AWOL Nation. Somebody's like on their phone looking at something, and we see that Chris Angel was gonna be at our college filming an episode of his show. So we're in line and we go, "Hey, do you guys want to, after this, go home, pack, and sleep for a minute? Morning, road trip back to college." Because we were home in St. Louis
Right.
for the concerts, and then we're like, "Do you want to take a quick trip back and go be in the filming of this TV show?" So in one weekend, I saw AWOL Nation, filmed a Chris Angel TV show episode, and then I also drove back for Fall Out Boy. And that was all in one weekend.
We're going down sugar, and the sugar down spinning. Yeah, that sounds like quite the weekend.
Like, so it's
it
like,
sounds like you had to ingest a lot of sugar to get through that.
but just like funny how it was like going to one show led to getting tickets to another show, which led to me hearing about another thing.
It's those little circumstances that are fun. Yeah, and just being adventurous young and going to shows, like it felt, I don't know. I love going to shows now too, obviously, but I guess back then it was such a new experience.
Yeah.
That it felt so amazing. You felt so alive.
And it was like since we couldn't drink or anything, it's not like I was going to like, just like local shows at bars because you couldn't. So it was like the bands that you liked that were doing 18,
event,
that were either doing all ages or 18, but then now it's like I just kind of go to random shows, and it's like, and you stumble onto bands. Like, have you ever been to a show and then like the opener blows you away?
Oh yeah, and you're like, thank God
they become like a favorite band or something.
Well, yeah, you're like, thank God I was able to parallel park outside and almost ran over an old lady, and I made it in here just for this band. And shoot, I'm glad I got here in time because it was life changing. It's happened a couple times.
Yeah,
not a million times, but a couple times.
Yeah, it happens sometimes. I was seeing The Neighborhood, I think, at a show for my birthday.
Sweater weather.
Yeah. Fun show. It was a bummer. The crowd sucked ass, and it made the band sad.
I wouldn't see The Neighborhood being like a fun crowd. Like,
I thought they would.
Crowd.
Well, I thought they would because they're not a small band, but they were like kind of have that like they were one of those bands that had like an online following,
Right.
But opening up for them was Kevin Abstract, who is one of the main members of Brockhampton now.
Dang.
He's huge. At the time, he was still just a solo artist, had no idea who he was, and I remember he did like all the songs with he would wear a motorcycle helmet. So I remember
that's for the crowd dives. You know what I mean? He would dive into the crowd and almost crack his skull. He was a maverick.
Sense. But I just remember waiting for The Neighborhood and then seeing this, and I was like, who the hell? And then afterwards, I couldn't remember his name, but I remember I was like, who the fuck was that guy with the motorcycle helmet? And then once like Brockhampton got big, and then I was like, oh shit, Kevin Abstract. I was like, I saw him one time, and like that was like kind of wild.
Yeah, that's kind of wild thing. One thing I always think about when I'm hearing a song for the first time, what kind of catches you first? Is it the lyrics? Is it the melody? Like, do you hear that bass track or that drum? Like, what do you hear and you're like, oh my gosh, I know I'm gonna love this song?
Usually the bass line.
Yeah,
like that's what catches my ear first when I'm writing music. I usually think of the bass line first, which a lot of people always either think of the melody or the drums
You're
first.
Building that skeleton for it, yeah.
But like the groove is important to me.
Sure.
Like and like when I say the groove, like like what is like the like what's the mood, the driving force of it? Like what's the like so that's
what feeling
important
is it going to
me.
entice you? Yeah, what
like,
is it going to bring out?
Like how is it going to make me move? Like is it like I'm gonna bust it down like type of groove, or is it a laid back like like what? So that's what stands out to me first more than anything.
Yeah, I feel like you're more musically inclined than me. I mean, you're an artist yourself. Everybody go check out Daddy Disco on Spotify. You just had a new song drop, Swoon.
Yes.
And just what you
Swoon.
will.
Featuring Warchild.
Oh, sign me up, Daddy.
Yes.
But I feel like I'll notice more the beat, the rhythm, the groove after I fall in love with the lyric. I feel like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'll be like, I'll hear it, but like, this is me. You're more musically inclined, like I said, but I feel like I fall in love with that lyric and that hook, that chorus that really gets me, and then I'll listen to it again. I'm like, oh man, now also the bass is great. The guitars are, you know what I mean?
So if it's something memorable.
Yeah, if it's something memorable in a lyric, and then I'll go back like, oh, I also like this part. But yeah, obviously you'll hear a crazy bass line, like, oh dang, I feel it in my tummy. Mm-hmm. That's giving me some jollies.
I mean, because, like, I don't know about you, but, like, I get nerdy sometimes while I listen to music, and, like, I have, like, if it's an artist I really like and an album I've been waiting for, I have a process. I don't know about you, but I have a process.
Are you lighting candles? Are you kind of shutting the blinds? Like,
it's either, like, if I'm going to listen to an album, I try to make enough time to where I can listen to the whole thing at once.
I'm going to listen to this whole album butt naked.
I listen to it beginning to end, like no shuffle, like how I think the artist would want me to. I try to, and like I'm not gonna just like listen to it on like my phone or something. It's either I'm listening to it on the stereo in the house, or on a car ride.
1,000% agree. I love that. If there's no better feeling, you're about to go on a car trip. Somebody just dropped an album that you found out about.
Exactly.
You're like, this is gonna be it's either gonna be the coolest car ride ever, or worse if the album sucks. You know
Exactly.
what I mean? Yeah.
So in
lot of
the first listen, I'm not listening to the lyrics as hard usually. The first listen, I'm like, what's the vibe? What's the energy of this album? What's the themes? Like that's what I'm looking for, and then I'll go back, I'll listen to it, and I'll read the lyrics, so that way I can like actually get into the lyrics.
See, I'm just listening for some way I can be like, I want to make this song about me, and I want to sing it. You know what I mean? But I mean, that's just me. Different strokes.
I like trying to sing to a song, and then I'll just sing fake words until they eventually become the real words.
I'm still singing fake words to songs to this day. I don't care if I'm singing it wrong. This is the way I've been singing it for 15 years.
Sometimes if I like really want to just be able to sing along to a song, I'll just sing like sounds to the proper notes. I'll sing the proper notes, but I'll just say like words. I'll be like, hey, he, ma, like, and I'll actually sing along to it like tonally, but like not have any idea what the words. I'm just like, I just want to sing to it.
Well, if we ever get to like an intro for this, I think we should do that. We should do like a hum song sing intro for this. If we get to that point, who knows? This might be canceled before it even starts. Breaking waves, got it going on. Breaking waves.
We'll do an acapella one. Maddie can beatbox a little bit.
There we go, huh?
Right, Maddie? You can beatbox a little bit.
Yeah, he's shaking his head, yes. Well, he's going to do whatever the fuck we tell him to do, because this is our podcast. Oh, my lordy.
No, yeah. There's a style of theme song I've noticed recently where it like kind of sounds like shit.
What? I think it's supposed to sound like shit on purpose. Stop laughing at them. It's supposed to sound like that.
Like there's this YouTuber Jeff Wittick, and he made a shitty rap song with Dirt Nasty. You know who Dirt Nasty is?
Shh, don't get me started.
You know Dirt Nasty though, right?
I know Dirt Nasty is.
So they made a song together, and it's and he plays at the end of each YouTube video, and the lyrics are, "I just want to go to Burning Man and suck my own dick." And it's like it's shittily delivered, like there's no energy behind it.
Right.
The beat is like kind of cool, but also kind of basic, and it's just like I just want to go. So it's kind of shitty, but it also like works.
Well, it sounded like someone was recording him in his sleep. Like, you know what I mean? Like he was like, I just want to go to Burning Man and suck my own penis. You know, I'm like, okay, buddy, let's get this guy to. Can we get him some water? I think he's thirsty. Somebody wake him up. He's gonna choke on his own vomit.
I'll show you a clip later, and I feel like that should almost be the vibe for our intro song. You'll see.
Thank you. No. I already love it. Well, we have a lot to look forward to with all this. I mean, I don't want to get all the cats out of the bag yet, right? I mean,
we can't give them everything.
No. You just get a look.
You know. First date, we'll split the bill on this one.
We're splitting the bill. Kiss on the cheek?
Kiss on the cheek, yeah.
Kiss on the cheek. Okay.
Double kiss on cheek, French style.
Oh, French kiss.
French style. Mwah, mwah.
Yeah. A little French theme here. Oh, God.
Nobody does the double anymore. I want to bring it back.
You're bringing
it
back.
But it's COVID time, so I don't know if people are into that anymore.
Double trouble.
I don't know if people are into that anymore.
Yeah, just.
But yeah, I think that's a
air kisses.
I think this is a pretty good, you'll get to know us as we go along, because that's why I said, like, this is going to be a hangout show.
I mean, I'll be honest, if we don't put a bookmark in here, I'm never going to stop talking. I will be here for 5 friggin' hours.
Yeah. But yeah, but that's the vibe here. This is going to be a hangout show, hangout show.
Yes.
We're going to have some guests on here. We're just be hanging out, and talking life
talking
more.
And we're gonna keep on talking and walking.
Yes. So but yeah, this is gonna be weekly. Like I said, some episodes will be Dan and I, just us. Those will usually be shorter episodes, and then there'll be other ones where we have artists where we're gonna be hanging out with them. We'll also be
and it's not gonna be just music people too, right? We might do entertainers from all over the place.
Any artist, in front of the scenes, behind the scenes. whatever. We just want to whoever's making waves.
Yeah, and we're going to throw
Whoever-
these up on YouTube. You're going to be able to stream them on all the streaming services as well. So you're going to be able to look at our pretty mugs.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Please watch the video version, but we will have a podcast feed as well. But
I said there was-
encourage you to watch.
Well,
the
there's one
video.
thing you look forward to on the YouTube thing. I'm going to be making a bunch of dumb faces and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm going to look stupid silly. It's worth it to watch.
for the memes.
Yeah.
For the memes. For the memes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we're gonna be bringing you weekly stuff, and when we have guests as well, we're gonna be doing like some other side video stuff, like playing games with them or having them tell us stories, or I don't know, blindfolding them. And
what we're trying to say is there's a lot to look forward to, and second date.
Second day, it's gonna be
Second date?
what's gonna happen?
No,
on
I'm
second
saying I
date?
wanted to
Oh,
go on
no.
another date with you.
Oh yeah,
We don't know when the next date is. We have no
I
idea.
accept your rose.
Yeah.
I accept the rose.
I
for
love
sure.
that. All the other guys can kick it. You're my guy.
Aw.
End the show right now, Jack Hansen. I'm not
Yeah.
sure if that's his name, but stop the show. He got the rose.
So accept our rose. Hang out with us.
Yeah.
Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you click that red button, the reminders. If you forget about stuff, we're going to have this coming out weekly, and make sure you're subscribed because a lot more other content will be
We love it.
coming
We
too.
love you. We love it, and we love you. Thank you for listening, guys, and we'll hear you and see you again soon.
Yeah. Dan, where can the people find you on the socials?
Music Man Dan, 2 N's at the end, Instagram.
Yeah, and you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at _daddydisco, and make sure you're following BetaWave at betawave.tv as well.
BetaWave is the mothership, and we cannot do this without them, so follow all of their stuff.
Yeah, but I think that'll do it for this episode, so stay wavy, y'all.
All right. Bye-bye.